A matchup we've all been waiting for. We have Tfblade on his Korean climb on Jax, his best champion, up against no other than the world's #1 IRELIA King. It's funny because Tfblade is known for an IRELIA as well. So these two players, guys, they're going to smack heads in the top lane. And I'm super interested to see how it unfolds on the Rift. I definitely think it's going to be a skill matchup for the IRELIA. You want to shift and dash around, trying to bait out the Jax E. You shift back to minions, you look to go back in. And I want to see how this lane gets played out. Now, Tfblade currently challenger on the Korean server, just achieved it last night. And it's going to be a little bit of mental warfare from this level 1. You can see Tfblade moving up. Been talking to Tfblade a lot. Obviously, I'm living with him in Korea at the moment. And he says you've got to really situate yourself aggressively against these Korean players from the get-go. As soon as you drop your Jesus Christ. As soon as you let like your guard down and let them know that you're not confident, they will pounce. As soon as they're in your head, it's over for you. So you've got to really man up, get into the lane, say, I'm here, I'm ready to fight, and really show your presence. Because if you don't show your presence, they're going to run over the top of you. They're going to, just in their head, they're going to have complete ego, no respect, and try and run over the top of you. So it's a level 2 spike here for Tfblade. Let's see if he can get a trade off. Can't quite move in. And damn, dude, Tfblade's Jax is, it's crazy good. Is the champion broken? Yes. But I think Blade probably plays it best, better than anybody. And around 60-something% win rate, I believe, at the moment. He goes in. IRELIA King, only level 1. Tfblade chunking through his potions. You could see a dive here. You try and stack this wave and dive it. And you can see the two junglers know this. And look at Blade's aggression on this wave. You need the Viego to dive. If you kill IRELIA and over the dive here, it's just GG. Your lane is completely won. Poppy knows this, so Poppy has to wait. And Poppy's going to try and flash over here. Flashes, pins him against the wall. Jax E-stun, Q's out. And the tower takes him down. Small assist over to IRELIA King. Of course, Tfblade's running the teleport. Might not really need to use it. If he just runs back, it should bounce, right? But he instantly TPs, and maybe he's going to try and grab the wave and pull a freeze. Let's see what he does. Because if you just ran back, you'd be about here. Because you can't really do anything with the wave here. You know what I mean? The wave is going to slow shove into and he's going to freeze. IRELIA King wants to try and crash it. We may see a good 1v1. Tfblade has the ignite advantage. IRELIA King with the flash advantage. And top lane, guys, a lot of the time is jungle diff. He lands. That's exactly what you need to be doing. Using that Q to maneuver around the Jax E. Huge lead over to blue side here. Now, you can see, here comes the Viego for the wraparound gank. Finally. Blade goes in, he pops the ignite. Dodges out on the IRELIA E. IRELIA King moving through the minions, trying to get a trade back. W powers up, gets the kill, almost able to escape with his life. It's a 1-for-1. But I believe the wave is going to be situated perfectly here for Tfblade. And IRELIA King, he tried to turn it. Blade will run back to a big stack. This will be a big stack wave for him. And the gold in the top lane, guys. IRELIA King with around about 400 gold diff. He got the kill. He got the assist. Blade, 2 deaths now. Definitely not really quite working out for him in this top lane. Gonna be hard for him. He says the one champion he doesn't like versing is Poppy. There's a lot of Poppies in Korea. And he's against a Poppy this game. It makes sense because he likes to play Jax, Tryndamere, Kali. These champions all have dashes, right? If a Poppy pins you and has the no dash mechanic, it's a little bit of bullshit. I won't lie. Level 6 all in is going to be so interesting. Hard shove it in. Blade really can't do much here. He's going to have to wait till items, I think. These Samiras in Korean solo queue are driving me mad. So I just hit Korean Master Tier last night, and I've been banning Samira every single game because I can't deal with their 1v9. They 1v9, bro, against mages. I can't touch them. Blade pulls the freeze. Oh, this is nice. Completely. Hey, buddy. Get out of my wave, son. And you have to admit, guys, Tfblade is a bloody good solo queue climber. Rank 1 in NA, rank 1 in US, rank challenger in Korea within 2 weeks, off a fresh account. No, a lot of these high elo players get pro accounts. They get previous season challenger and they just run their way up. They get a free, not a free ride, if you will, but, you know, they're getting extremely good LP gains. Tfblade climbs from a fresh account to challenger in less than 2 weeks on the hardest server. Like, dude. He is an insane solo queue climber. As we dash, 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 nothing happens. Blade pops the ultimate. I think he just wants to get the wave in for the reset. IRELIA King hits level 6. goes wide. He got excited there and Blade laughs to himself, says, what are you doing, mate? Both ultimates have been used. And IRELIA King pulls it. He pulls the freeze. You see that? Top lane. Now he's calling for the Viego. Help, 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 help. Needs to shove this in really fast. And man, I would love to get to this elo to verse some of these players. I'm trying hard for you boys. Masters at the moment. As we go for the all-in. The E lands. Viego flashes in for the stun. IRELIA King is going to go down to the Viego. As we move our way back into the top lane, Akali looking for the Tfblade kill. Gets the kill, looking for the 2v1. R2 lands. Akali is a really balanced champion. As Silas going to get the roam back. And this is just a team wipe. IRELIA King's team doing well. Tfblade 0-3. He's not able to get any of these kills, man. And as this game gets further on, I don't like Blade's chances, honestly. If you were going to get an early lead, you needed it by now. The Poppy and Alistar in these late game fights is going to be... Ooh! Silas overstepped here. Puts the E out. We don't have flash. Great dash from the Silas. Conqueror stacked. IRELIA auto attacks are like 700 range here. Whoa! Not able to quite get it. Tfblade runs mid off the base. Interesting. And let me know in the comments down below, do you think Tfblade is going to get rank 1 in Korea? Is it possible? Or do you think he's going to fall short? We get the cow, get his flash, and now we're going to try and set up the Herald. Bad news is the Akali has first move. IRELIA, E does land. We don't have ultimate, and here we go, the Poppy. Kill goes over to IRELIA King, baby. And that is disaster for North America's top laner. I'll shove this in, grab a plate for ourselves, make our way towards what you'd think is a Blade of the Ruined King, right? GP comes out, gets the plate. Now we look for the hard reset. We're sitting on around about 1,300 gold. We're about 1,100 gold in the lead over the Jacks. As there is something funky happening at the blue buff. Nice by Silas. Is this the comeback? Akali got to make the way out. They want to try and dive. This Silas is crazy. And it's going to work because he has the Alistar ult. Look at this. Tank the aggro. IRELIA King looking for the 1v4. It is just not possible. It is possible. Is it possible? Viego moves in. Oh my god. Takes him down. Now can he land the E? He does land it. Come on, Dave. Oh, the Silas into the W. We got a game on our hands, ladies and gents. This is going to be a classic. Ali, what are you doing? Blade makes his way in. Can he help out? Spin, 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 spin. Oh my god. Oh my god. He pops the ignite. Is he able to get it? He does. But the Alistar gets the kill. Sorry, no he doesn't. The Alistar gets the Jax. He got the Poppy. Oh my god, what a messy fight. And dude, you lose your mind on some of these Korean games where it's just, you feels like you fight for 5 minutes straight. You don't get a chance to bloody breathe. And I just started playing on the Chinese Super Server today, actually. And it feels even worse. Constant fighting, constant pinging, always wanting action and kills. Blood hungry. Oh. It's fun, but if you're trying to win, it's frustrating. As Blade completes his mythic, IRELIA gets the legendary Blade the Rune King. Ali's going to drop down here. Silas picks it up. This Silas is going to be a threat, trust me. And I want to see a 1v1. Who wins? Surely the IRELIA. Surely IRELIA has such a lead, you'd think, right? No ultimate here, no flash. Blade, no sums either. Does he freeze? He's actually going to freeze it. And Blade notices this and says, instantly, I need to go and do the Krugs. Smart move, because imagine he tried to break this, the Poppy flanks behind, he's dead. And look at this. He knows it's disaster. Roam, roam, roam. Maybe he has found the Poppy. And that's why he hates versing Poppy. It is tilting to watch. But you don't really have too many options other than banning it. Can he make his way back into the top lane? Come on, all in. Show us the all in, boys. Give the people what they want. Tfblade moves in, gets... Oh my god, pops the ultimate, looking for the 1v1. Now, IRELIA King wants to kite out until the ultimate's down. And look to go back in. Ultimate, it hits. Blade baits it with the E. He goes back in. Tfblade gets the 1v1 against IRELIA King. Oh my god. Tfblade says, hey buddy, that's my champion. I also have thousands of games of IRELIA. And you can see that IRELIA tried to time the Jax E. No way Blade gets Poppy as well, right? No way Blade gets Poppy as well. Oh my god, he almost did it. He's a psycho. He tried to time the Jax E, but he didn't time it right. He went back in under tower on a Jax E, it didn't work. And Blade strikes back. Only 300 gold down now. After that little 1.1k deficit. Kiwi doctor. You reckon this guy is from New Zealand and is a doctor? Or do you think not? I probably think not. But that's what comes to mind as an Australian. Maybe he is. Who knows? Oh. Does not land. Samira trying to make her way out. Ali says, hey, oh my god. Ali with the kill. Trying to get a second. Man, I swear to god, the Akalis I verse in Korea do double damage. Top lane 1v1. Yes, 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 baby. Blade, what are you doing? Can you get your E up? No. The E goes it and he goes down into the ground. IRELIA King bounces back with a 1v1. Blade playing very aggressively there. A little bit of overconfidence, I would say. Diego's a great champion. And IRELIA King streams on Twitch, guys. I'll put his link in the description down below. As we get a really deep TP behind. Gonna try and get a 1v3. Flash comes out from the Thresh. And if he dies to the Thresh... Oh, he gets killed by the Viego. I was about to say, if Thresh gets the kill, that's worth. But Viego gets it. They got 2 Divine Sunderers. This game could get interesting. Tfblade needs a little bit of time in the side lane to get farm, get levels. Otherwise, it's just not going to be possible. huge collapse coming in. Sure, yeah, it's gonna be... It's not looking good here. Poppy and the cow, look at this. Yeah. My friend, you're not gonna be able to move there. As Akali gets a 1-for-1 in the mid lane. Oh, wow. Going for the... Okay, going for the Frozen Heart. Going very tanky Blade Will. I was wondering if he's going to go Hull Breaker. IRELIA King finds a pick, gets the Thresh. Maybe able to get the Viego as well. 1W. Let's see how he plays it. Oh, Poppy, slam him. Bam, slam straight into the wall. And both teams have really good 1-3-1s. Silas and Akali are both side laners. So are Jax and IRELIA, really. It's going to be who can play the 1-3-1 better and win out on the 1v1s. Blade steals away all the jungle camps. IRELIA King. Oh, I'm pretty sure Akali's going to kill you here. Pops the ultimate. Gets the Gromp. Gets murdered by the Akali. IRELIA King. Eating. R, E. Q. Q. W gets flash. Looking for the 1v1 on the Viego. Can't quite do it. You can see both these top laners, guys, just going absolutely ham. For 1v1s. Style. Maybe need to just cool the jets a little bit. As it's only a 2.8k gold lead for blue side. And a red side Samira, like, oh, if that gets late. Oh, if that gets to late game. What's it looking like now? 2,000 gold lead for the IRELIA. I think once Blade hits maybe 3 items, it could be possible. Thresh is picked. Blade looks to join the fight. Are we able to get anything? We move our way in. IRELIA King in the middle of it. And it's going to be a red side win. The Viego resets are too much here. Sunder a death dance. Nice one, boys. And the gold dead even now. Decent team play. It's crazy here. Like, only 120 CS on Blade at 19 minutes. You can just see how disruptive these junglers were to the top lane and the 1v1s. But he's got a bounty on his head now because he's got all this gold income. Jesus. They just have it out for him. I don't think you can outplay this. Oh my god, the shutdown. Jax E is the... Dude, these abilities on champions, like Jax E, you have like, you have Samira W, I think it is. You have, as we do end up going down, Gwen W? Trying to think of all the abilities. They're like ability blockers, bro. They're very stupid, I think. If you have that in your kit, it's a great solo queue champion in my opinion. As we have a shield bow now. Do we have a shield bow for IRELIA? Let's look. Not quite. No, we do. Both top laners have 2 items. Blade of the Ruined King shield bow for IRELIA, and then you got Divine Sunder up, Frozen Heart coming out for Tfblade, of course, slowing the attack speed. Frozen Heart's actually a very good item. Pretty gold efficient. Glacial Shroud is a good component. And the gold is dead even. We're not going to get the top lane 1v1. Blade just running down to the bot lane, farming everything. His team trying to hold on to the map. Herald popped. We're gonna get a brawl. Maybe. Blade just wants to... He literally just wants to shove through and get this tower. Problem is, his team would probably engage 4v5 here. See this? For no reason do they fight here. Blade has to teleport in. Let's see how it plays out. Irelia King, he's stunning up. Looks it. Does get the stun onto Tfblade. He gets the kill onto the Akali. Blade stuck in the middle of the fight. Ultimate lands. They get him. And now it's going to be a hunt on for the rest of the squad. Alistar looking for the knock-up. But I think the Sylas is sitting on the Alistar ult. Probably the best ult for Sylas. Viego. Are you in trouble, buddy? Sylas pops the Sylas ult. It's nowhere near enough. Gets collected. Oh, good flash. Is it going to be enough? No. Oh my god. How did he live? I think Blade... Shit. I think Blade once again just wants to go into the side lane. No top lane, no bot lane. They've only got the mid lane tower, whilst the enemy team have top, mid, and bot. Makes their map so much easier to play. There's so many more windows for flanks, deep vision. Plus now Blade just has to respect everything. Just sits back, making his way towards probably... What, do you reckon he's going like a death dance? Well, this could be a good 1v1. This could be good. Surely. Surely this doesn't work. Yeah. About half a level down now. Gonna go farm the Gromp. What are we sitting on? 500 gold down. So easy, like that's nothing. Even gonna take the blue buff. Never mind, Viego has other ideas. Carly with the Protobelt Lichbane tech, I love it. It's so aggressive. You'll see if they get the 1v1, it's just gonna open Tfblade up. We don't have TP. So they're going to start Nash. This is probably a bad call by Blade. No TP. It should be a free Nash here for blue side. Poppy stands here with his counter dash. Poppy goes in. IRELIA King goes in the whole team. And Tfblade. And everyone is spam pinging him. Saying, dude, what the hell? But that's the issue. His team knew 100% Blade's in a side lane. So the macro call, in my opinion, is the rest of the team go and farm. Viego looks for a steal. If Viego gets the steal, Tfblade in the side lane, they win the game. Worst case is Viego dies, but they still get side map and his team gets farm from the jungle camps and the map. Like, but instead, his whole team die. They also don't get the Nash. You might see Blade get a kill here. Viego, nice, nice, nice. Goes in, gets the Akali reset. Now tries to find the Jhin. Ults in. Jhin has to blow the flash. Blade has already aborted the fight. If he stayed, he died. Sylas with the Poppy ult doesn't quite work. Thresh trying to help out. Lands the hook. And now here comes Blade with the TP, baby. He lands. Sylas eats that shit up. But IRELIA King. Let's go back and have a quick look at that 1v1 in the top lane. Comes through for the Samira on the top. Hey, brilliant. Hey, wow. How hard was that? What a champion. That's that outer turret. Blade went for the Maw of Malmortius. Against only 1 AP, but he just doesn't want to get blown up by their Kali. God, this Jhin is getting big. Now, I want to see more 1v1s. I'm pretty sure Irelia with Blade, Shield Bow, Death Dance, and a stopwatch is going to beat out on Blade's 1v1. But once again, Jax, Counter-Strike. Who knows? He's looking. He's looking. They're going to have to give it. Silas does not have TP. Squad's going to get the reset in. 11 deaths for Blade here. Irelia King gets caught. Is he going to die? Goes in. He gets the Thresh. Is he able to get anything more? Oh my god. Hits the 3-man ultimate, making his way in. He gets the Thresh. Now Tfblade moves in. E doesn't quite land, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Ooh. Tfblade gets swiped up by the Akali. And these fights, man. Jesus bloody Christ. Jhin ult comes through. Akali goes back in. And the Silas, will he live? I think he will. Oh my god. Now that is a team fight. Jhin is too long range. He's untouched from the back end. Really well played. No, Silas. Silas. Silas? R2? Gets the kill. Looking for the Jhin now. Stopwatch. Beautiful bait in. Is Jhin able to get it? This Silas, 10-4-10 on the money. Dragon should be picked up by red side here. And that's going to bring them to soul point in the next 5 minutes. For those wondering what Jar Jar Diff means, Jax in Korean says Jar Jar. I think it's like surprise or something. So if you ever watch his stream, you hear the champion say it over and over and over again. It's pretty funny. As they pick up the third dragon for themselves, Hex Tech Soul up on the cards in the next 5 minutes. Energize backs. Wow, look at the Viego build. Mortal Reminder. Wants that anti-heal. Blade pings 143. What is that? Baron. So he wants to side lane until Baron, maybe. I guess he's confident he can take the 1v1. But look how smart. They all know Blade loves to... Oh, yeah. They all know Blade likes the 1v1. You can see they all were hovering. You got to be smart about that. They were all hovering for him. Now both top laners have the TP. Irelia gets the GA completed, and that's going to be the difference maker in this 1v1, I reckon. Oh, and he gets the red buff. Here we go. Who's going to win out? Irelia or Blade? Tfblade doesn't know. He wants to see if Blade uses any of his abilities. If you use an E on the wave... Oh my god, the E gets blocked. Lands though. Now they're looking for the 1v1. Irelia King has to run. Jesus Christ. And here's Akali. Akali R2 is pretty bad. Tfblade E. He gets... Does he get a 2-man E? Jesus Christ. And Akali gets 2 kills. That was so much closer than I thought. I really did think the Irelia would win that. But the Jax E is the bit of a broken ability. And Irelia, it doesn't matter how many times you dash around in circles. The Jar Jar is gonna get ya. Terrible cleanse for those Samira. Baron now should be very, very free here for blue side. And this Lich Bane Akali, man. I'm impressed. He's doing really well. Most gold in the game is to the Jhin, followed by Irelia. And I think Thresh wants to Lantern Tfblade. And they want to try and contest this Baron. I don't think it's going to work. Baron dropping very low. Blade still on the base. Red buff. Baron's going to go down. You can see Silas knows. Grabs the Akali ultimate. Irelia King makes his way in. And we're going to have a 5v5 slugfest here. Blade has the Death Dance, the Sunder, the Maw, the Frozen. The biggest issue, I think, in my head, is look at Jhin item. Look at Jin's items, and then look at Samira's. Jhin has everything he needs. Samira still needs the Infinity Edge. Still needs some type of stopwatch or GA. Blade doesn't end up committing for the... No, he does. Look at that. If they... Now, I would ping back. I would say drop that. Wonder if they can do it. He could probably split one more. You could just drop 2 inhibs. Surely the Silas just dies for no reason. It's just bad macro here. Tfblade comes back to an unwinnable fight. Akali gets 2. Ease back to the Shroud. Now the game's over. Irelia King makes his way in. The wave, is it enough? Can they do it? Tfblade spins. Can he make his way over onto the top of the backline? He needs to kill Akali and Jhin. It's not enough. And he dies. Jaeger. It's only him remaining. I think it's going to be GG. A little bit of fun before we end. Irelia King goes into the base. Wait a minute. Samira almost gets the turn. But gentlemen, number 1 Irelia in the world up against probably the number 1 Jackson Tfblade. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I honestly don't know if this matchup's been enough to determine who's the better player. I'd love to see this matchup in reverse. I'd like to see it again. Who knows? Tfblade, of course, grinding in Korea for the top ranks. Hopefully we're going to see more matchups in the future. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video, gentlemen. There's stream links in the description down below. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Peace.